The Rodney Anderson Radio Show, right here on 1190 AM.
Boy, if you've lost money in the lottery tickets before because you just lost your ticket or you didn't know if you had money, you got to hear this next story. Yep, there's millions of dollars being unclaimed, and these next two gentlemen, well, they got an app that's going to help you find some money. 1-800-EXPRESS is our number, 1-800-397-7377. If you missed the first part of the show, we were calling the congressman's office in Washington, D.C., Jeb Hensling's office, to see if he was going to have a little hearing after the CFPB released their study this week that said that they researched 5 million.
5 million consumers.
But our next guest, yes, they created an app called YooLotto. Elmer and Eric realized they needed to raise money and make their idea come to life. They put in an application to Tech Wildcatters, a mentor-driven seed fund and technology accelerator that invests money and resources into promising startups. Right. Yes, these two gentlemen, the YooLotto app idea was accepted in Tech Wildcatters. They met investors and made connections and everything else.
Nice.
So today, I'll never forget about the guy that lost the lottery ticket. He had the winner, $372,000 a year gross. Oh. He took the cash option of $268,000 a year net, Robert did, for 20 years. And he had that lotto ticket, and he couldn't find it. So how many times have you said, I wonder if I won the lottery?
I have said that before and found out that I didn't, but I have wondered.
Well, let's bring in Elmer and Eric. Elmer Shaw. He's 31, grew up in Plano, right here in our backyard, and graduated from the University of Texas at Dallas with a business degree prior to co-founding YooLotto. And Eric, he's 29, he grew up in the East Coast and graduated Penn State with a degree in bioengineering. So both these guys are smart as hell.
Let's bring them in.
Well, welcome, guys.
I like this lottery song.
You like that? You need that, man. You need that backup song.
I know. We're going to put that up live now.
We're going to put that in app anytime we send out a winning notification.
There you go.
Sweet.
So how'd you guys come up with this thing where people can find money, and tell us about this?
Well, that's an interesting story, Rodney. Eric was on a business trip in Destin, Florida, and instead of raising the question, hey, I need to go find a nearest convenience store ASAP, kind of asked himself, I wonder if there's a digital way to track it. That kind of initiated it, intrigued him, and they came back to Dallas, asked me about it, and we did some demographic research, found out some very interesting things about the lottery industry.
It all started at Lifetime Fitness, pumping weights. I was, hey, Elmer, got a pretty good idea. Can't tell anyone yet. Pumping weights, we actually do sometimes. But, hey, Elmer, you can't tell anyone yet, but I think we need to try to make this lottery more fun and find ways to get money back to users, because we found out that every year, about $800 million of winning tickets go unclaimed. And just in Texas, over $50 million worth of winning tickets go unclaimed. Ooh. So we realized hey, just because no one wins a jackpot, people just forget to check their tickets, even though they might be having a $10 or $100 ticket.
Right. That's right. And then at this point, we kind of made it into a tradition, a routine, rather. After every time we would work out at Lifetime, we'd go back to Eric's place and just do some simple demographic research on the lottery industry, right? We found that it was one of the very few billion-dollar industries, $60 billion a year that this industry makes, that isn't really innovated or digitized as of yet.
Wow.
I mean, if you look at exactly. I mean, if you look at how many people the lottery actually reaches, it reaches 57% of the U.S. population. At least 1 in 2 people over the age of 18 has played lottery at least once a year.
Not that many people admit to playing it, but they all do.
So explain how your app, how does your app work?
So our app, we try to make it as simple as possible. As soon as you purchase your ticket, you just take a picture with our YooLotto app, and that's it. We do the rest for you. When the drawing, keep your ticket in a safe place, exact same place. When the drawings are announced, we send a notification directly to your phone saying, hey, we have your drawing results, check your ticket. And we tell the users what the winning ticket amount is, and we direct them to the nearest sponsored convenience store to where to redeem it.
So I win money, you send me a text stating, YooLotto sends me a text saying, I won money, and then you tell me where to go.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And if that's a non-winning ticket, Rodney, we give you something anyway, whether it's as small as a coupon, a free coffee at 7-Eleven, or an opportunity to meet a celebrity. You never know with YooLotto. You got to come and download it and check it out.
Oh, nice.
And so you recently acquired a partnership. Speaking of 7-Eleven, no Joe DePinto. one of the finest CEOs out there. So what was that process like?
When we first met them, one thing we found out was every single convenience store in the United States, they lose their customer after they sell their ticket. So, for example, when you purchase a ticket at a Shell gas station, you don't have to go back to the same store to redeem it. And not a single store had a marketing strategy to bring them back to certain stores. And that's where we come in, and that's where the partnership actually started. So we're saying, hey, I'm sorry, if you want $5, go redeem it in your sponsored convenience store. And we're the first company in the United States driving these lottery customers back to a specific sponsored store now.
Yeah, and so they not only tell you, so you take a snapshot. Here's how it works, Rob. I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket for Texas Lotto, and I'm going to take a picture of it on my iPhone. And then I'm going to put it on their app, and they're going to send me a text after the lottery drawing that says I won.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, oh, hell yes. And then I'm going to go into the big boss of our company and say, oh, hell bye.
Nice.
So
we try to make it as most simple, as most convenient as possible for the user.
You can actually just take a picture using our app. Our app actually has a camera functionality so that you don't have to go through that two-step process, just one-step process, that's it.
So is this just is this the Texas Lotto or is this the Powerball? Explain all that.
We actually support all lottery games in Texas. So Powerball, Mega Million, Texas Lotto, Pick 3, Daily 4, All or Nothing, Cash 5.
Sweet.
So I got to admit, we play Powerball in our office. When it gets up to $100 million or so, Lewis starts collecting our money. And so now, and nobody knows if we ever won and got to go through it. So now I go in, I got it. Where's Lewis? We'll get Lewis, and I'm going to tell him we found something new here. We'll get Lewis here in a second.
Whoever called in to work the next
we're going to do this at our office, okay?
Oh, bring it on.
So we're your clients already because we're going to download the app because we go out and buy, $200 worth of Powerball tickets, and your company probably does. You're in that thing, and now you just go to YooLotto, and this thing's great.
That's Y-O-O?
Yeah, it's Y-O-O, Lotto. So, guys, I need to ask you a favor. I need to take a break right now. Will you guys hold on? I got more questions. We're going to get Lewis in here. Yeah, we're going to teach everybody on air how to win the Lotto and how to collect that $5 or $10 or
free coffee.
$50. You bet. All right, we'll get some free coffee. We'll be right back with more of the show.
You're listening to the Rodney Anderson Radio Show, right here on 1190 AM.
All right, we're going to bring back in the YooLotto, Y-O-O, Lotto, Elmer Cha,
yes, sir.
Eric Yoo. Man, these guys are smart.
Yes, they are.
You gotta like these guys. These guys go out, and these guys are tech guys, and they go raise money and everything else, start a deal with 7-Eleven, tell you where you go. And so, Lewis, here's how it works. You know how? At what point do we get? When does Powerball become interesting to us?
Oh, when it hits the hundreds of millions, then we're paying attention and buying office pools.
And how much money we spend in these office pools?
$250.
Okay, so here's the deal, because you haven't heard any of this yet. You've been busy.
That's why I had to get you in there, because the word is you drive this office pool. And
so you're going to go down and download your phone when we get off of here, okay?
All right.
And you're going to download YooLotto, okay? How much is it to download it, guys?
That's Y-O-O.
It's completely free in App Store.
It's free.
Oh,
We wouldn't charge you guys. It's free in App Store and Google Play.
Sweet.
So you're going to go in, Lewis, and you're going to do this, and then we're going to play Powerball. And we're going to collect that $200, and I don't care how much it is. I'm going to give you $200 to go buy it for our office.
All right.
Nice.
And then we're going to use this weekend, okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
And so you go in there. These guys developed this app. This is cool because you're a tech guy, right?
Yeah, love it.
Okay, so they developed this app. They go out called YooLotto, and Elmer and Eric did, and then they go out, and then if you win, they're going to tell you that you won. They're going to send you a text message after the drawing and says you won, and how much you won, and then where the nearest 7-Eleven is to go collect your money. Now, if it's big, you're calling
They're
me.
going to come pick it up.
You're going to call
come pick up your
me,
ticket.
and we're going to go down with the armored car truck.
Head on down to Austin.
We're going to go down there first. So, guys, in all seriousness, you do this. But if you're not a winner, you have other ways for people to win. You created a relationship with 7-Eleven. But I understand this week, you guys launched a second chance program. What kind of prizes can you win, and what is this?
In the midst of talking to thousands of lottery players and getting to know them and asking them why they play the lottery and just tapping into the psyche of them. We found out that a lot of people, they don't really play in hopes to really identifying with their winnings. What they do is they like this idea of fantasizing up until the point of the drawing, like, hey, what would I do with the $100 million, my vote, etc., right?
So true.
So we decided that there's opportunity there with 94% of all tickets being a non-winning ticket status. We figured we might as well bank off this idea that people are fantasizing with the idea of winning this jackpot. So that's kind of how the second chance birthed. We figured with every non-winning ticket, might as well give them something as small as, let's say, a coffee or $2 off gas, or something as big as maybe the opportunity to meet Danny Green, a Spurs starter, or a rapper, or their favorite singer, anything along those lines. And that's kind of what the second chance program is.
Exactly. Yes, everyone, that's our thing. You know, you're always a winner with YooLotto.
So do you have to purchase another lottery ticket to enter the second chance drawing?
Yes. Right now, you need to purchase a lottery ticket and use our app, and that gives you a free entry to all of our second chances.
Where do you
As of right now, in our prize inventory pool, it's just athletic-centric. However, as we move forward, we really want to diversify because the people who play lottery, they are really just your average people. I mean, it's everybody, right? So we're trying to get the music industry involved, get the athletic industry involved, which they already are, just general prizes that everybody could relate to.
Where do you guys see your company, YooLotto? YOO, ladies and gentlemen, YOO, LOTTO. Where do you see your company in 5 years?
We'll still be on your show, banging it out with you. That's where we'll be.
Yeah.
Nice. We got that on tape now.
So, no, where do you, honestly, where do you see your company going?
So in 5 years, within the next couple of years, we're actually planning to take this exact same model for all the countries that actually sell lottery. This same model with the convenience store unable to track bring their customers back to their stores, we found out that exists not only in the States but also worldwide. So we've actually been speaking with different countries, started a conversation, and as our national rollout goes well, we'll be tapping into the worldwide companies as well.
Absolutely. Anytime a lottery is mentioned, we want to make sure that it's kind of synonymous with YooLotto. I mean, if somebody buys a ticket, you got to YooLotto that. Why wouldn't you? Why would you not, right?
You guys single or married?
We're both single right now.
I'm sending you a copy of Credit 911 because when you make all this money, my book, Credit 911.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. And I'm going to send you this because, number one, when you are so rich off this thing, I don't want you to blow your money like the athletes do. And number two, in that book, I'm going to give you the 10 things you must do before you say I do, how to find the financial Mrs. Right, okay?
Yeah.
Because
awesome.
It's called,
Thank you, Ronnie. Appreciate that.
All right, so it's Elmer Chaw, Eric YooLotto is the app they created. Go on there, YOOLOTTO. It's easy. Take a snapshot of your lottery ticket before the drawing. They'll send you a text stating you win. They send you to close to 7-Eleven, Joe DePinto's company, who is fantastic, and all of a sudden, you win. You win when you sign up for YooLotto.
That is awesome. Everyone's a winner.
Guys, thanks for joining us today. You guys are fantastic. We'd love to have you back after we win.
Thank you for having us, Ronnie.
After we win. All right, guys. Thank you.
That's a good